everyone, welcome to Vlogmas Day 11. How is everyone doing today? It is Sunday, and today is going to be a day dedicated to studying, but first I need to clean this house up a little bit. We have quite a bit of dishes just from the past couple of days in the sink. I have like boxes on the table, I have my jackets and shoes, and just stuff is everywhere, so I need to clean up. Also need to do my Christmas cards. I don't know why I'm being such a procrastinator at doing them. It's bothering me that I haven't gotten them out because usually I get them out like the first day of December, but obviously I've been busy with school and stuff. And if I look like I was just crying, I was. I'm such a little like sap. I'm just crying about becoming a nurse. I'm like so excited to be a nurse, and my mom, I guess, posted this or shared this video on Facebook the other day. It's I guess it's viral. It's a Nashville nurse singing to a dying patient that has touched the hearts of millions. I'll just show you a little bit of it. It made me cry, and it just made me, I don't know, it's just, oh, she didn't scrub the hub. I just noticed she didn't scrub the hub. Okay. So yeah, it goes on for a little bit longer, and it just touched my heart. It's like, it just made me cry, and I want to be that. I mean, I don't want to, I'll sing with a patient if they want me to, but I have an awful voice. But I just want to hold somebody's hand, not necessarily when they're dying, but I would do it. People that have no families that are in hospitals and dying, it just breaks my heart. And both the floors that I work on, typically, well, like both the floors that I got offered a position on, typically patients aren't dying on those floors, typically. I mean, I guess you could get, actually, you know what? I take that back. The job that I got at one of the jobs that I got, there was a comfort care patient when I was shadowing there. So I guess I could have a dying patient, but I guess you get them at any floor you work on, I suppose. I don't know. I just think that that's a huge part of nursing that touches my heart, and I want to help somebody and hold their hand and make, you know, I don't know. I'm being so, like, sentimental and weird right now and emotional. But I want to be a nurse so bad just so that I can help people, and I don't know. I guess it's, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Emotional, and I'm ready to be a nurse is all I'm really trying to say, I guess. Alright, I'm done tearing up and crying. I have to get this house cleaned and clean the house and then study all day. That's my agenda. So maybe I'll bring you along for some cleaning with me. I haven't done that in a while. But I'm not dressed right now, so it's kind of, I'll put my robe on. That way you won't have to look at all of this. That's what I'm going to do today. I've been up for a while and just kind of sitting here. I was watching a couple different videos on YouTube and posting pictures from yesterday on Facebook and Instagram. And I don't know why this is taking a while to post, but anyway, it's doing its thing. And so yeah, I've been kind of lazy this morning, and I gotta get my butt in gear, so I'm about to do that, and I'll bring you guys along for the day. Then maybe later tonight Brendan and I can watch a movie if I study real hard today, so let's do it. Hi guys, so I'm in my room right now, and well, I'm in this room. It's so weird at my house. Like, this was the room that I stayed in when I first moved in here, into my grandma's house. A lot of a lot of people that watch my channel, a lot of you guys probably don't know a lot of my history and like where I live and what I'm doing here on this earth. But I moved into this house, which is my grandma's house, when I graduated from Syracuse University in 2013. July of 2013, like a couple months after I graduated. Because my grandma, she was having a hard time living on her own. So I moved in here to help her out and, like, you know, clean and do her laundry and help her get washed up and go grocery shopping for her and just, you know, like, spend time with her and be her company. I always was close to my grandma growing up. Me and my sisters, my mom and my aunt, we've always been so close. Do everything with my grandma. She was like a second mom to me. And I grew up in this house, you know. I was always over here, like, just sleeping over. I just loved spending time with my grandma. I was like attached to her. It always just felt like home here to me. That bad. So she told us when we moved in, like, if you guys want that room, if you guys want to go watch TV in there, because she had her TV all hooked up and like all her belongings were in there, all her clothes, all her closet was full of all of her things. But she told us we could sleep in there if we wanted. We could go in there and watch TV, because she liked to watch TV out in the living room, which is where she slept. She ended up getting like this mechanical chair that she slept in that she could lay down in, and it was just all automated and she could control it and everything and kick her feet up and lay down in. So the living room was like her bedroom, and we liked watching TV with her and everything, but if we wanted to watch something else or, you know, just be alone, she was like, go ahead and go in there and you can sleep there. So down the line, Brett and I stopped sleeping in this bed and we started sleeping in that room. So that bed's so much more comfortable. Brendan and I are such large individuals. That's a king size bed. It's super comfortable. We sleep in there. This is a double bed, and it's very uncomfortable, and it's only really comfortable if one person sleeps in a double bed. I don't think two people this day and age should be sharing a double bed. It's just, I don't know how that could be comfortable. This room then just became like my filming room. Obviously, while my grandma was still living here, Brett and I kept all our clothes in here. We bought this dresser. We shared this closet. I actually don't even really remember sharing this closet with Brendan. This has always been like my stuff in this closet, and then we shared the dresser. And now all of my clothes are pretty much in here. I have some clothes in the big closet in the bedroom and like storage stuff. It's really organized, and I like to keep it that way because Brendan is not an organized person. He like throws stuff everywhere and he's just messy. Yeah, this room just kind of became like my room that I decorate, and I like put all my stuff is in here. All my clothes, all of my things from growing up, like all my furniture, my shelves. I have like 3 shelves, bedside table, my dresser that Brendan bought for me. And I actually moved all his clothes out of there and put them in the furniture in my grandma's room, because I thought it would just be easier to have all my clothes in here and all his clothes in there for the time being. So that's what we got working in here. So I call this my bedroom, but I don't sleep in here. And it's just an extra, it's like a spare bedroom, really. The spare bedroom. But if you guys were wondering what happened to my grandma, she had open heart surgery in 2014. No, she had open heart surgery in 2013, I think. Nope, 2014, sorry. I'm trying to remember. We've gone through a lot the past couple of years in my family. So she went and she had that in 2014. So my grandma lived with me from like the time I moved in, like a year she lived in this house. And then after she had her surgery, Brendan and I couldn't really be here 24/7. We both worked Monday through Saturday, Sunday, like I work every day of the week, and we were just busy, and I was finding that I didn't really have all the time in the world to help her and meet her needs. So she moved in with my mom, especially after surgery. My mom is a cardiac nurse, so she knows how to take care of all of the sternal wound and everything. So My grandma was in the hospital a really long time. She was in the hospital after, obviously, she had open heart. She didn't just go right home. She was in the ICU for a couple days, and she moved to my mom's floor, and then she went to cardiac rehab for like 2 months. She was there forever, it seemed, and then she moved in with my mom. And then about a year after her open heart surgery, she actually passed away. She wasn't really having a lot of health problems as far as her cardiac story went, but she had kidney failure and she was on dialysis 3 days a week, and she hated it with every being of her body. She hated dialysis. It made her feel so sick. She just felt like a big loss of autonomy. She couldn't shower anymore because she had a permacath that wasn't actually she had a permacath. And they tried to place a fistula in her, and it never like fully matured, so she wasn't able to ever get a fistula, so she only used the permacath for dialysis. And she just had a rough life, my poor Gram. A lot of sickness, a lot of tragic loss of loved ones for her. Like both of her, she was a widow twice. I've told this story a few times before, so I'm sorry if you've heard it. But I feel like there's a lot of new people on my channel and you guys don't know that aspect. And I kind of like mention it here and there, and it's never like really talked about. But yeah, my grandma was a huge part of my life, and this is her house. And I feel like I'm like all over the place because I was just talking about her health. So anyway, she ended up passing away because of her kidneys and her lungs. And it wasn't anything to do with her strong little heart that she ended up having repaired. It was a whole other issue. And if you guys know anything about illness, once your heart goes, it's like everything else just kind of falls apart. So even though she got her heart fixed, everything else was already failing, and it just stemmed from that. She had diabetes, which makes it hard to heal altogether, and it was just such poor health my poor grandma had. So she ended up passing basically because she refused dialysis. She did not want to be dialyzed. She knew she wanted to pass away. She had it in her heart and soul that she was ready to go, and God was like, okay, Carol, I'll take you now. I know you're ready. Let's bring you up to heaven. So she passed away in July of 2015. Cannot believe this is going to be the third Christmas without my grandma. I don't want to start crying. I really don't. My grandma has always made the holidays so special for us, all like growing up. She was just like a tremendously giving person. She always made all the food and just made Christmas so special every year. Yeah, so it's hard going through the holidays without family members. I know everybody can think of someone that they won't be with this holiday season, whether it's a loved one that's passed or somebody that's just moved far away and you don't see them as often. It's all sad and it's a loss either way. So I totally get it, and I have many people that I'm not going to be with on Christmas. Many grandparents that have passed away, both my grandmas, my dad's mom, my mom's mom, and then my great-grandmother, who is my grandma, who I've been talking about, her mom. She passed away a little less than a year before my grandma. So it was a lot of loss all at once, and then my grandma's boyfriend, he kind of set it off. Actually, it was my dad's mom passed away, and then my mom's grandfather passed away, my great-grandpa. This was all like within the span of 5 years. They all just hit the road, Jack, and it was really upsetting. So then it was Grandpa Hillner, and then there was a little bit of time, and then my grandma's boyfriend Chick, who was like her ultimate soulmate, and he passed away a couple months after my grandma ended up having to put him in a nursing home, because as you guys can tell from the way that I was speaking about my grandma's health, she was in no place to take care of another human who was going through a really hard time with severe dementia. Chick got hit with dementia so fast, it was not okay. It went to Alzheimer's very quickly. He totally lost all his bodily functions. He could barely talk. Like it was bad. It got bad fast, and he was incontinent and confused, and he was getting a little like aggressive which was not like Chick at all. I mean, he had a loud voice. He was Italian. He, you know, was always loud, and he was such a great man. He really gave my grandma a wonderful quality of life from the time that he stepped into her life about 10 years before she passed until he passed away. So we were so grateful to have Chick in our lives when we did, and when he passed away, oh, that was so hard. I just remember my grandma like laying over him and sobbing, and it was just horrible. It was like so bad. And then, you know, you're still grieving, and, you know, it takes a long time to recover from a loved one's loss. So I was still grieving about Chick, and then less than a year after Chick passed away, my great-grandmother passed away, who was my grandma's mom. I mean, she was a tough lady. She was like 89 years old. She had many scares throughout like the past 5-6 years that were like, this is probably going to be it. She was in the hospital, and then she recovered and came back home, and everything was better. And then it would happen again, and her body just gave up on her that time. It was in February of 2014. And my grandma was in the hospital, and we had to tell her that her mother passed away while she was in the hospital. Oh my God, it was so rough. It was not good times. Grandma Rose passed, and then my grandma had her open heart surgery, and then we went to Disney World, which was like a happy moment in time. My grandma treated us to this trip. She really wanted to make a huge memory with us before she passed. She knew it was coming. She felt in her heart she wanted to move on to the next life. Not that like she killed herself. That's not what happened. But so she brought us to Disney World, and everything was great. And she was just so unhappy in this life that last year. Ever since her open heart surgery, she just was not having it. Ever since Chick's passing, then her mom passed, it was just too much for a heart to handle. And I totally can understand that she almost died of like a broken heart. I just don't know how she even made it as far as she did without those people. So then in July of 2015, my grandma went into the hospital, and I really didn't think anything of it because she was in and out of the hospital so much. And I was vlogging that day, of course, and I so casually was like, you know, my grandma's going to the hospital, and I'm going to go up there and see her, and everything's going to be fine. And then it turned into her not returning home. She passed away in the hospital very quickly. She refused dialysis. She didn't want any treatment, so she's just like, I'm done. I'm done. Just let me go. But my grandma really wanted to pass, and once it actually happened, I could see my grandma up in heaven, running around, happy as can be. So I know it was right, because I know I can feel her all around me, just like enveloping me with love, even, you know, in the afterlife. So I'm sorry, I've been talking for a very long time, and it all just stemmed from me wanting to tell you about my living situation. Going back to this house, Brendan and I are living here, and we've been living here since 2013, like I said, and we actually have been paying the mortgage since we moved in. We were kind of living here for free when my grandma lived here, and then when she moved out, actually after she passed, she was paying the mortgage up until she passed away. So after she passed, Brendan and I took all of the payments on, and my mom owns this house. The house is in her name. So we finished paying my grandma's mortgage off, and we recently did this, where we have one more month to pay. And next year, soon next year, Brendan and I are going to purchase this humble abode, my grandma's home, which I always have had a hard time calling it mine, but I feel like once my name is on the deed to the house, I'll feel like I'm a homeowner. So yeah, that's the story of this place. And everything is history. So I have a lot of my grandma, like the whole living room is my grandma's furniture, like the wallpaper and the kitchen. Like I'm so planning and so ready to like remodel this home. So if you guys are into home modeling stuff, like home remodeling and home design, please stick around, because next year there's going to be a lot of that. Hopefully planning a wedding. It's just going to be a really exciting year of like new beginnings and being able to do things that we've been wanting to do for a very long time. So fingers crossed everything goes well on my finals. I really got to get to studying, but like I told you guys, I have to clean up. And since I've been chatting for so long, I figure I'll just turn this off now. You probably don't want to see a time lapse of me folding my laundry, so I'm just going to talk to you guys later. And I gotta clean this up. So thanks for listening. If you made it this long, leave a comment down below and tell me you listened to the whole story. Great, just great. I'm such a sentimental weirdo today. Hey everyone, so my camera definitely died earlier after my long rant, which is probably going to be a majority of this video. Have not yet gotten to studying, typical me, but I figured I'm going to go ahead and write out my Christmas cards, and then I'll study one topic. If I can get one topic done tonight, then I'll feel golden and set for tomorrow and the following days, and I'll just knock it out. So I'm going to make a cocoa coffee right now. Brenda and I are going to put a Christmas film on, and I'm going to write my Christmas cards. And I need to look up people's addresses because I don't think I have everyone's written down. But yeah, I love writing Christmas cards. I'm excited. This year I'm sad though we don't have like a picture to put in it, which is upsetting. But Brenda and I didn't really take any cute ones this year. Last year on Thanksgiving we took an adorable picture. This year, Thanksgiving picture wasn't so great because I was sick. So it's not cute. But yeah, so we're going to do that and hang out, and I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, so I'm done writing my Christmas letters. I have like letters for friends and family and some YouTube friends right in there. I'll show you the backs of these envelopes. So I decorated mostly all of them with washi tape. No, I did do all of them with like various forms of washi and stickers. And I think they all came out really cute. They're all a little different, which I think makes them all unique. So I'm happy to mail these out to all of you that wanted a card from me. I actually, of those who watch my channel, I think only a couple of my subscribers wanted card. So I have one here for Brandy. Sorry, I don't know why. Brandy, I have a card for you that I'm mailing out tomorrow. And I also have one for my friend Courtney here, who I'm doing the collab with. I still have your address from last year, and I'm positive that you still live in the same place. So I'll send you that, and then a couple other YouTubers that I watch, Amanda W. and Maureen. This is the 3rd year that I've been sending them Christmas cards, so I'm going to keep that tradition alive, and the rest are for friends and family. Might read a few more tomorrow. I used 2 different cards. I used, I have so many, but this year I decided to use my bigger cards, and I wish I had a Christmas picture to put in them, but Brendan and I didn't take one, and we don't have time. Well, we kind of have time, but I don't know. We didn't do that this year. I think I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm sorry it was kind of boring. I just had a productive day of kind of getting things done on my own and not really documenting it. But tomorrow I have to study, and that's pretty much all I'm gonna do tomorrow, so I'm sorry for a couple boring vlogs in a row, but I hope you did enjoy it for what it was, and make sure you guys all subscribe to my channel for more Vlogmas and more videos like this from me, and I'll see you all on another time. Stay merry and bright and have a good night. Bye! I have to pee.